In this episode of Discovering the Last Frontier, Troy and I set a goal of catching enough halibut to fill a 30-pound box with fresh fillets. We take off from Bear Cove Retreat late in the afternoon in hopes of getting the job done before dark. With the limited time available, this was going to be a bit of a stretch. Stay tuned to see if we get her done before darkness sets in. It has been a really busy week in Bear Cove. It's been myself, Roxanne, Troy, and Lainey, and we have been, spring cleaning, finishing up projects, just getting ready for the season. Super busy. I don't know, what were some of the things you took care of, Troy?
Spring cleaning out from underneath the house. We got a mess from years of construction. Cleaning up the yard. We did some work on the roof. I put a new tower up for our Starlink. I think we got a little better signal now, so that should be a good start for the summer.
So, busy week, and we are down to the last evening. Troy and Lainey are going to be here, and we have not really wetted a line yet, and frankly, we got to get some halibut for them before they head back to Minnesota. So the plan today is, Troy and I, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we got the rest of the day before it gets dark, to try to get them at least 30 pounds of halibut fillets. That's our goal for today. We might not stop till we get there, but we won't know until we get back to camp because we'll catch the fish. We've got 2 limits, so we can keep 4 halibut, and we have no idea what the yield will be on those, so you're going to have to wait to the end to see what the total is, but we'll get them cleaned up. We'll show you how we do it. We'll show you how we pack them, and we'll do the final weigh-in once we get to the end. So wish us luck, and we're going to head about 15 miles from the Homer Spit, and we'll catch up with you once we get out there.
To the hunt.
Okay, we are at our fishing spot, so we're going to shoot for some halibut right here. We're going to jig. That's how we're going to start the day. First thing we got to do is put the anchor down. Okay, the anchor is down. We're in about 75 feet of water, which is relatively shallow, but early in the year, the fish tend to migrate through this area, and they're generally running in shallower water. As the year goes on, they move out to deeper water, 100, 150, 200 plus feet of water. So we're fishing relatively shallow for halibut right now. We're going to try 2 different rigs. We're jigging. The first is a more traditional halibut rig. The current is really ripping here where we are. So we've got a 2-pound lead ball on there. We got our little hoochie guy, and then we've got some herring with a bit of scent. We use Pro Cure scent. It's pretty effective. We use the bloody tuna when we're halibut fishing. So that's one method. This is the more traditional heavyweight circle hook tipped with a herring. The other one is going to be a straight jig. It's a J hook with a jig tail on it. You can see this one's been through some abuse. It's caught a lot of fish. I hope it makes it through today, frankly. And then we put typically a head or a tail of a herring on this rig. So one of us is going to be actively jigging with the jig and the J hook very frequently. The other one, an infrequent, every 15-20 seconds, just kind of bring it up and down. And we're going to see which way is more effective. So we've got to get 30 pounds for Troy and Lainey today out of 4 fish. That's the challenge. The other thing that we're trying to accomplish today is I want to try a bunch of different methods, because I have a bet coming up. And I have a bet coming up with a friend who says he is a pure jinx, and if he's on the boat, you don't catch fish. And I'm bound and determined to prove him wrong, so I want to kind of test this area out with a bunch of different setups and see if we can't hook him up with some fish. So, that's the goal today. We'll check in with you later. Okay, I was literally 30 seconds into dropping my rig down, and I hooked into an Irish Lord. These are some very, very bizarre looking fish. Let's see here, almost looks like a gall-darn dragon. Anyways, this is not the target species. These are going back, but pretty cool looking nonetheless. Irish Lord. So we've picked up a couple Irish Lords, a couple of great cod so far. Hopefully the halibut will start wandering in soon. It's It's not uncommon to catch these fish initially and then have the halibut catch the scent and make their way in. Look at some video of a gray cod so you get an appreciation for what those look like. Just had a little bite, but it felt very cod-like. Okay, Troy's been fighting something fairly limp here. I'm guessing it's a gray cod. We'll see. He's getting close to the top.
Cat.
God dang.
Oh, darn it.
There you go. There's a gray cod. Dude, want to hold that up for a second, Troy? So, kind of the telltale here for the gray cod is that little whisker right there. It's kind of how you can tell quickly that it's a cod and not a Alaskan pollock, which is another very common species that we catch. So, Troy and Lainey, they're well on their way to having a nice gray cod summer. Unless we start finding some halibut.
We'll find some.
After an hour and a half of jigging in the first location that we picked, we had only caught gray cod and Irish lords. At that point, we decided to make a move. We trolled for about an hour to a new spot that had been fairly productive, especially on an outgoing tide. Once we got there, the action picked up relatively quickly, and after jigging for about 10 minutes, we hooked into our first halibut.
Who's got a fish on? There's a halibut. Ooh, he's tied around the down her ball. Looks like he's gonna get her though. There we go. Where are you there?
Getting the first halibut on board proved to be quite the challenge, but we got the job done. We had to set the camera down due to all the complications. It didn't take long and we were hooked up with the second halibut. This one was also a challenge for Troy. He ended up having to go over the gaff, around the trolling rods, eventually making it to the other side of the boat as the halibut took him for a bit of a ride. It was a hard-fought battle, but eventually Troy got the job done and halibut number 2 was on the board. As you can see, the sun is getting pretty low in the sky. With that said, we were pretty confident that we were going to get our 4 fish based on the fact that we had gotten 2 fish within 10 minutes of each other at the second spot we decided to jig. Although we had 2 fish, we were estimating that each of the fish was probably around 15 pounds. At that pace, we were going to come up a bit short of the 30-pound fillet goal that we had. That being said, it seemed like we were sitting on a pretty hot spot and attaining the 4 halibut shouldn't be a problem. 10 minutes after landing the second halibut, the third halibut was on. Troy was again fighting this one, hoping to get it into the box, again because we were really pressured for time as the sun was going down. This one also proved to be a challenge, and in fact was a little bit bigger than the previous 2 halibut that we caught. After a little bit of work and a little bit of luck, we were able to get the halibut to the surface, gaffed, and on board. 3 down, 1 to go. Simple. The jig with the plastic tipped with the herring has been the clear winner today. It has outperformed the circle hook with the hoochie by leaps and bounds. It also clearly outperformed the trolling, which didn't produce a single halibut. Looking forward to my upcoming bet, it's clear that I'm going to start with the jig on all 4 lines. I'm going to avoid the circle hook as long as the jig is productive, and I don't plan on doing any trolling.
Did you get it? Oh!
I like cod. We need one more. Need one more. We got 3 in the box. We're thinking 45 pounds live weight. We probably need something more like 40 on this last one to make our 30-pound goal. We're gonna keep trying. Sun setting. Oh, lost it. Oh, he's got it. What happened there?
I got it.
Size? Loud. Why? Fish on?
Yeah.
Good one. Oh, he lost her. Oh, man. We got one more to go. Sun's going down. Let's go.
You are too.
Fish. Get it? Let me see it. Wow. God. Need one more halibut. Halibut only. Ah. About our 10th caught in a row. Been stuck on 3 halibut for an hour and 15 minutes. We're struggling. We're struggling. I really hope we can pull this off. Get it? Halibut? Good one? What'd you say? Pull a drag? Good. Camera make my halibut look fat. That's fourth halibut is on board. Mission complete. Now we just got to see if we've got the 30 pounds we need to fill their box before they head back to Minnesota. It's about an hour and 15-minute ride back to Bear Cove Retreat. Hopefully we make it to the mooring ball before dark. We didn't quite make it back before dark, but we could see well enough to navigate safely. We weighed up the first halibut, and it weighed 16 pounds. This was a good sign in terms of getting to our 30-pound goal. Filleting in the dark is always a challenge. I did the best I could with the resources I had, which was basically one headlamp. Thankfully, overall, the cleaning went well. No cuts to me. The yield was pretty good, and I was able to get 4 clean fillets and 2 cheeks off of each of the halibut. Okay, second halibut is 15 pounds. There it is. We had a 16 and now a 15. Get that one cleaned up. Okay, halibut number 3. This one's actually a little bit bigger. It ended up being 18 pounds. Nice fish. It's a little bit thicker than the last 2. Then we have one more to go after this one. So our fourth and final halibut of the day. 28 pounds.
Nice.
It was a good way to finish the day. Yeah, so we had 79 pounds hanging weight on the hoof, whatever you call it.
We should be real close to our 30 pounds.
It's going to be really close.
It's going to be tight.
It's going to be close.
Big cheeks. We need big cheeks.
Yeah, that's right.
Here we go.
Okay. I think we're well after 11 by now. So it's gonna be a late night. Headed back to the retreat. Dinghy captain. Yay!
We got them clean. We're ready to pack them.
Cleaned, ready to pack. So we are going to pack them up, and then we'll get our final weight. Hopefully we'll make the 30-pound threshold. Okay, it is now tomorrow. It's 12:20 a.m. Troy, I think we stayed a little bit longer than we probably should have.
You can never fish too long.
Yeah,
You
right.
can never fish too long.
Cleaning fish in the dark, trying to make our way up the hill. It was pretty much a disaster here the last hour. Now we're vacuum packing. We got our Avid Armor. Love that guy. That was a big upgrade over the last year. Yeah, nice. Love that thing. So we're packing them, and we're going to, as soon as we're done packing, we'll weigh. I'm actually more optimistic now than I was when we got into Bear Cove. I think we're sitting pretty good. We might even break that 30 mark. The meat started stacking up out there quicker than I realized. Okay, we're gonna check back soon. Do the final weigh-in. Cheers! Yay! We are all vacuum packed and we're ready for the final weigh-in.
So nervous.
Are you nervous?
I'm nervous.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! 37 pounds.
We are winner.
Doo-doo-doo! 37 pounds. We beat our goal by 7 pounds. You're not gonna starve this winter.
We're gonna make her.
Yay!
I could miss a meal.
Thanks for joining us on this episode. We hope you enjoyed it, have taken the time to like the episode, and subscribe to our channel.